Okay, Ranjini, please grace us with your shloka.
So this is the Agni Gayatri mantra. The element of fire symbolizes piety and purity and expresses itself in two kinds of energy, light and heat. Om Mahajwalaya Vidmahe Om Mahajwalaya Vidmahe Agni Madhyaya Dhimahi Tanno Agni Prachodayat Tanno Agni Prachodayat Tanno Agni Prachodayat. We appeal to the radiant Agni, or the element of fire, to remove any darkness of mind and thinking and illumine our minds. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you, Ranjini. That was beautiful. So, Yogis, as you already know, today I'm going to cover the fire element. We've started with earth, moved on to water, air. If you notice, the progression is from something solid to liquid to gas. And now we're progressing to pure energy. Fire is pure energy. And as Ranjini mentioned in her shloka, it gives rise to light and heat. And that's the beauty of fire. And if practiced within the yoga concept, so I would request everyone to lie down flat on their backs and just get into your breath. So it's like a shavasana to start with, but just be aware of your breath, and I'll talk you through the fire element. So if practiced right, you end up lighting that fire within you, usually the core, which is responsible for digesting your food, giving you the energy for life, and hopefully also giving you the light, the illumination in your life for living a more conscious, a more aware, if I may dare say so, a more enlightened life. Because there are times when you are overcome by darkness. But if you keep up a consistent yoga practice, you find that your inner light starts shining through. You are able to deal with most of the darkness that's coming out, and you are able to shine a light first for yourself and then hopefully for others. And I hope your practice helps you with that, with both. With first the fire within you to destroy the negativity, to give you the energy to shine your light for yourself and for others. When you're ready, take a nice long deep breath in and start firing up your legs. So point your feet up, your toes up towards the ceiling. Push your knees down so that your heels may gently rise up from the mat. If they don't, it's fine. But start finding your quads, start finding your hamstrings. Then when you're ready, inhale, slowly raise your feet, knees straight, so that your soles are reaching up towards the ceiling. So start raising your feet very slowly up. If you can't keep your knees straight, go ahead, bend your knees. And then when you come to 90 degrees, try and straighten out your knees as much as you can. When you're ready, next inhale, slowly release your feet back down to the mat. Take an inhale. When you're ready to exhale, take your feet back up. Inhale, feet back down. Take an exhale, take an inhale. When you're ready, exhale, feet up. Inhale all the way down. Slowly, take your time. Next, exhale, feet up to 45 degrees and hold. So hold at 45. And then see if you can bend your knees in alternately to your chest, alternately to cycle. So right knee in, straighten your right knee, left knee in, and try and keep it at 45. So Rajni, you're a little more than 45. Yeah, to get the full firing into your core. So reach through your heel when your knee is straight. Just a couple of rounds more. And when you're ready, slowly get both your knees straight and slowly release all the way down. Stay with your breath. Let it relax. When you're ready, once again, exhale your feet up to 45 degrees. Spread your feet apart about shoulder width, and then cross your right ankle over your left, and then again back shoulder width, and then left ankle over your right. So without bending your knees. So it's just your feet kind of just cross at the ankles. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go slowly all the way back down. When you're ready, inhale, circle your arms up towards the ceiling. Then flatten your palms up towards the ceiling. It's like you're holding the ceiling up with your palms, your fingertips pointing back towards your head. Good. Now, as you keep pushing your palms up towards your ceiling, bend your knees in, reach your knees to the respective tricep. Point your toes towards the wall in the front. So your knees are about elbow width apart, and pull your knees in towards your armpits, round your back. Now, when you're ready, lift your heart up so that you're pushing the ceiling even further up. Reach through your toes. Stick your knees in towards your triceps. You can lift your tailbone up if you need to. Stay with your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. So if you notice, what you were doing was Bakasana or crow pose. Release your palms down next to you. So you were doing the Bakasana on your back. It's as simple as that. But you notice that to hold this, the amount of engagement you need in your core, that's the same amount of engagement you need when you're actually on your palms. And you literally in the Bakasana, you're pushing the floor down with your palms. Here, you're pushing the palms up. You're holding the ceiling up with your palms. Let's do it once again. So inhale, circle your palms up. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling, push the ceiling up, and then bend your knees in towards your tricep. And then lift your palms even higher so that you're pushing the ceiling even higher. Get your heart off the mat. Get your head off the mat. Reach up and point your toes towards the wall in the front. So point your toes, point your toes. Reach up, take it into your core. 5, 4, 3, 2. If you can, gently hug your knees in with your arms. So release the ceiling and hug your knees in with your palms and gently rock back and forth till you come to seated. Extremely good. Cross your ankles in front of you. If you can, get up without using any support, great. If you need support, go ahead and come up to standing at the top of your mat. Now for today's practice, whenever you start, keep your feet hip distance apart. So don't keep your heels together, don't keep your big toes together. Always keep your feet hip distance apart. Push down into all 4 corners of your feet. Pull up your kneecaps, point your tailbone down, increase the length of your spine. Get your palms in front of you. Stay with your breath. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Reach up. So we're just gonna do Surya C. Surya Namaskars are great for building up heat. They're a great source of fire. Exhale, push your tailbone down, drop into Utkatasana or chair pose. Bend your knees, drop your tailbone back and down. Reach even higher up with your fingertips. Take an inhale, increase the length of your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Straighten out your knees, hips over heels, palms behind your calves. Pull your heart in towards your knees, but gently. You're just starting out. So you don't want to take any extreme stretches. Inhale, come up halfway. Chin up, heart moving forward. Hips over heels, fingertips reaching down actively. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips on either side of your feet. Either jump or walk back to plank. So when you jump to plank, make sure your elbows remain soft. And once you're in plank, then lock out your elbows. Otherwise, you'll feel the stress in your elbows. When you're ready, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga, Yogi's choice. And from knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga, push up to up dog directly. So flip your toes, hip points rising above the mat, but tailbone pushing down, shoulder blades pushing in towards each other, heart moving up and forward, neck a natural extension of your spine. When you're ready, flip your toes, hips up and back, down dog. Keeping your left heel down into the mat, right knee in towards the chest, and then right foot all the way forward in between your palms. Drop your left heel down, heel to heel alignment, or your heels are like, let's say 1 or 2 fist distance apart. Left foot pointing in at 45 degrees. Inhale, sweep your arms up, warrior 1. Reach up with your fingertips. Keep pushing your tailbone down and forward. Think of scissoring your thighs in. So left hip pushing forward, right hip pushing back. Right thigh plugging into the right hip even more strongly. Tailbone descending down and forward. Fingertips reaching up. Exhale, circle your palms all the way down on either side of your front foot all the way back to plank. Stay with your breath. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right heel reaches down towards the mat as your left knee comes in towards your heart, and then left foot all the way forward. So now you peel your right heel off the mat, left foot all the way forward. Drop your right heel down, heel to heel alignment, or your heels are just about 2 fist distance apart. Right toes pointing in 45 degrees. Push your right hip forward, left hip back. Inhale, circle your palms all the way up. Reach up. Warrior one. Push your tailbone down and forward. Right hip forward, left hip back. Outer edge of the right foot pushing down into the mat. Elbows straight, palms reaching up. Imagine a block between your palms. Push into that block. Exhale, circle your palms all the way down. On either side of your left foot moves back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, yogi's choice. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stay in down dog for 5 breaths. Release your heels down towards the mat. Heels line up behind your second and third toes. Straighten your knees to the extent you can. Push the backs of your thighs towards the wall behind. Tailbone moving up and back. Spread your fingers, index fingers parallel to one another. Pushing your heart back towards your knees. External rotation of the arms at the shoulders. Look forward between your fingertips. Bend your knees. And when you're ready, exhale, jump or walk your feet all the way forward between your palms. Forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, heart reaching forward, tailbone, hips over your heels. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, come up to chair pose. Hopefully your feet are hip distance apart. Keep reaching up. With your fingertips, push into the imaginary block between your palms. And then when you're ready, slowly straighten out. And exhale, circle your palms all the way to the front of your heart. Stay with your breath. See if you can feel the heat building up. You'll feel it in your sweat. You'll feel it in your heart rate. You'll feel it in your breath. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. Your heels are behind your second and third toes. Push down equally into all 4 corners of your feet. Pull up your kneecaps. Point your tailbone down. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Reach up, vertical. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, take your tailbone back, circle your palms up to Utkatasana or chair pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Palms on either side of your feet, bend your knees, jump back or walk back to plank. Keep your elbows soft when you land and then lock your elbows out. Hold your plank for a bit. Actively push your palms into the mat. Try to pull out of your shoulders so your upper back reaches up towards the ceiling. When you're ready, push your heels forward. Then bend your elbows. Then lower your heart. Your torso remains parallel to the floor. Stop when your torso is elbow height. Inhale, push your heart even further forward and up to up dog. Flip your toes. Exhale, down dog, knees straight. Take your left foot up. Come up on your right tippy toes. So keep taking your left leg up, left knee straight. Reach up with your left toes. Higher, higher. So keep coming up on your right tippy toes as you keep reaching up with your left foot. Sweep your left foot all the way forward between your palms. Drop your right heel down, heel to heel, or maybe one fist distance away. Right foot in at 45 degrees, right hip pushing forward, left hip pushing back. Inhale, circle your arms up, warrior one. Stay with your breath. Exhale, circle your palms down on either side of your front foot all the way back to plank. Push down into your palms. Keep your shoulders on top of your wrists. Try not to get your shoulders. Very good, Ranjani. So that little minor correction will stop you from stressing your wrists. You'll also push your palms more fully into the mat. You'll also get the rebound to take your upper back up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, push your heels forward. Now get your shoulders beyond your fingertips. Bend your elbows. Chaturanga, keep your chin up. And then flip your toes. Inhale, up dog. Hip points away from the mat, but tailbone pushing down. Nevertheless, exhale, down dog. Take your right foot up. Come onto your left tippy toes. Reach up even higher with your right foot. Keep pushing your heart back. Sweep your right foot all the way forward between your palms. Drop your left heel down, heel to heel or a little apart. Left toes pointing in at 45 degrees. Right hip pushing back, left hip pushing forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up, warrior one. Exhale, so sweep your arms down on either side of your front foot. Right foot moves back to plank. See if you can keep your shoulders above your wrists. Push down into your palms. Keep trying to lift your knees away from the mat as you keep lengthening your tailbone towards your heels. Exhale, push your heels forward, shoulders pushing beyond your fingertips. Bend your elbows, gently drop your torso, elbow height, and then inhale, come up, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold your down dog for 5 breaths. Heels pushing down towards the mat. Knees straight, back of the thighs towards the wall behind. Tailbone up and back. Externally rotate your arms at the shoulders. Index fingers parallel. Push the mat forward with your palms. Bend your knees. Look forward between your palms. Jump or walk your feet all the way forward between your palms, hip distance apart. Keep your hips over your heels. Straighten your knees. Forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, tailbone back and down. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to Utkatasana. Lift your heart, more weight into your heels. Your toes should be ready to peel off the mat. And then slowly release to vertical. Sweep your palms on either side. Come to Namaste. Stay with your breath. When you're ready, blink your eyes open. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Keep pulling your heart in towards your thighs, keeping that pressure of heart towards thighs. Bend your knees. Take your tailbone as far back as you can. Try and get your thighs parallel to the mat. It might not reach there. Now push your torso further into your thighs. Keep your chin up. Reach your chin forward. Reach your tailbone back. Inhale, circle your arms next to your ears. Reach through your fingertips. Reach back through your tailbone. Exhale, swim back. Swim your arms back. Reach back. Inhale, swim your arms forward. Exhale, swim your arms back. Inhale, swim your arms next to your ears. Come up, chair pose. So peel your heart off your thighs. When you're ready, transfer all your weight into your left foot. Take your right foot all the way back to high lunge. Push your tailbone down and forward. Reach your fingertips even higher up. Exhale, arms to the side, parallel to the mat. Reach your fingertips on either side, either side, either side, either side. Yeah. Inhale, keep taking your heart up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Stay with your breath. Keep taking your tailbone down and forward. When you're ready, twist back to center. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, windmill your palms all the way down. Take your front foot back and up. Reach up with your left leg. Sweep your left knee to your left elbow, plank. Now take that knee up towards the armpit. Exhale. Drop that knee down towards your wrist. Once again, pull the knee all the way up towards your armpit. Take your left foot all the way back and up. Push back to down dog. So yeah, drop your left foot down. Look forward between your palms, bend your knees, either jump or walk your feet all the way forward. forward fold. Hips over heels. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping the heart moving towards the thighs, bend your knees, tailbone all the way back, thighs parallel to the floor. Hopefully your feet are still hip width apart. Inhale, take your arms next to your ears. Reach through your fingertips. Reach back through your tailbone. When you're ready, exhale, swim back. Inhale, swim forward. Exhale, swim back. Inhale, chair pose, arms next to ears. Reach your heart up to chair pose. Reaching up, tailbone back and down. Knees behind your toes. With chin up. Inhale, come back to vertical. Palms in front of your heart. Stay with your breath. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of your heartbeats. Be aware of what's happening in your core. When you're ready, circle your arms all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your heart moving towards your thighs, bend your knees, take your tailbone as far back as possible, lift your chin up. Inhale, circle your arms next to your ears, reach through your fingertips, reach back through your tailbone. Exhale, swim back. Inhale, swim forward. Exhale, swim back. Inhale, arms next to your ears, peel up to chair pose. Keep your knees behind your toes. Reach up with your fingertips. Push into that imaginary block between your palms. Transfer all your weight to your right foot. Take your left foot all the way back. High lunge. Keep that left knee straight. Push your tailbone down and forward. Scissor your thighs if you can, which is a fancy way of saying push your right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, drop your arms to the side. Inhale, take your spine tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep pushing your right hip back, left hip forward. It becomes easier with your twist. Exhale to release back. Inhale, circle your arms up. Exhale, windmill your palms all the way down. Take your right foot all the way back and up. Reach up with your right toes. When you're ready, come up on your left tippy toes, right knee to right elbow. Exhale. And you're in plank. Inhale, take your right knee up towards your armpit. Exhale, right knee down towards your right wrist. Inhale, pull that knee up towards your armpit again. Exhale, right foot back and up, shoulders back. Drop your right foot down. Enjoy your down dog. Bend your knees, look forward, either jump or walk your feet all the way forward. Forward fold. Full forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, full forward fold. Bend your knees, take your tailbone all the way back, parallel your thighs to the mat. Inhale, circle your arms next to your ears, swim forward. Exhale, swim back. Inhale, swim forward. Exhale, swim back. Inhale, peel up to chair pose. Arms next to ears, fingertips reaching up diagonally across, knees behind your toes, tailbone descending down even more. When you're ready, slowly release to vertical. Exhale to namaste, let it go. Get in touch with your breath. Stay with your breath. Check in with that sweat. That sweat is your body's way of dousing the fire that you're lighting inside you. Because the body seeks homeostasis. It cannot allow you to overheat. But that fire is destroying a lot of stuff within you. All the negativity, all the free radicals that you can do without. It's also allowing you to create that energy to get on with the rest of your day. See if you can channel that fire towards that negative thoughts that you might be having. See if you can get rid of those negative thoughts. Better still, see if you can just stay present with your practice. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, take your tailbone as far back as you can. Parallel your thighs to the mat. Inhale, circle your arms next to your ears. Exhale, swim back. Reach back with your tailbone and fingertips. Inhale, swim forward. Exhale, swim back. Inhale, peel up to chair pose. Reach up with your fingertips. Get your palms together. Get your right elbow outside your left knee. Twist. See if you can keep pushing your right knee back. So fix your right thigh into your right hip socket. Push all your weight into your left foot. Take your right foot all the way back to twisted low lunge. Stay with your breath. Reach your heart forward. Lift your right ribs away from the mat. Keep your left elbow pointing up towards the ceiling. If you want, take your left palm up towards the ceiling, drop your right palm down. Open your heart up to the left side and then see if you can circle your heart up towards the ceiling. Staying with the twist, come up to standing. So your left palm points towards the back of the mat. Your right palm will point towards the wall in the front. Peel yourself up to standing. I know, little difficult move, but you need to take it in your core. When you're ready, circle your palms to warrior two, which means you'll be dropping your right heel down and you're circling all the way to warrior two. Drop your right palm down, left palm up and back. Reverse your warrior. Your left hip moves down and forward towards your left heel. Your right fingertips reach down even more. Your right outer edge of the foot is pushing into the mat. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Exhale, reach your palms forward more and more. Drop your left palm down to your left ankle. Turn your right palm up to the ceiling. Circle your right palm across. Intense side stretch. Now point your right fingertips up to the ceiling. Slowly, very gently straighten out your left knee to triangle. Your left palm might lift up off the mat a little bit, doesn't matter. Bend your left knee again. Get your left fingertips 8 inches ahead of your left big toe and a little to the left. Drag your right foot in halfway. Get your right palm on your right hip. Open your right shoulder over your left shoulder. Float your right leg up to half moon. Keep your right ankle flexed. See if you want to release your right palm up to the ceiling. Keep opening your right hip above your left hip. Enjoy your half moon. Gently ease back to warrior two. Windmill your palms all the way around on either side of your left foot. Take your left foot back and up. Exhale, plank, left knee to left elbow. Left knee to right elbow. Left knee to the center. Push your nose to your left knee. Pick your left knee up to your nose. Reach back through your left toes. Left foot back and up. Three-legged down dog. Inhale, plank. If you want, drop your left foot down. If you want, three-legged plank. If you want, drop your left foot down. Otherwise, three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Now you have to drop your left foot down. Exhale, down dog. Enjoy your down dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Either jump or walk your feet all the way forward between your palms. Take your hips over your heels, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Reach your arms next to your ears. Reach through your fingertips. Little higher, so your arms are parallel to the floor. Your torso is parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward. A little more weight in your toes, maybe. If you want, bend your knees a smidge. If you can, keep your knees straight. Slowly come up to vertical. Yogi's choice, knees bent or not. Release your palms to namaste. Stay with your breath. See where the fire is lighting up. See where the sweating is trying to douse that fire. See how the body tends to balance itself without you having to do anything. Check in with your heartbeats. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, take your tailbone all the way back, rest your torso on your thighs. Next inhale, circle your arms all the way forward next to your ears. Exhale, swim back. Inhale, swim forward. Exhale, swim back. Inhale, peel to chair pose. Get your palms together. Left elbow outside right knee, twist. Keep pushing your left knee back, left thigh pushing in to the left hip socket. Inhale, increase the length of your spine. Exhale, push your left ribs away from the mat. Inhale, take your right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop your left palm down to the mat. Come back to Namaste. Transfer all your weight to your right foot. Take your left foot all the way back, twisted low lunge. Take your right palm up to the ceiling. Drop your left palm down. When you're ready, inhale, come up to twisted high lunge. Your arms reaching on either side. Circle your arms around, drop your left heel down, warrior two. Drop your left palm down, take your right palm up and back in 10, reverse warrior. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Reach forward with your right fingertips, right palm down, circles down to right ankle. Left palm circles up and across, intense side stretch. Push down into the outer edge of your left foot. Look down at your right toes. Straighten your right knee. Triangle. Left palm up to the ceiling. Look down at your right toes. Bend your right knee. Left palm on left hip. Right palm 8 inches ahead of your right big toe, a little to the right. Drag your left foot in halfway. Square your left shoulder over your right shoulder. Float your left leg up, half moon. Strongly flex your left ankle. Take your left palm up to the ceiling. Enjoy your half moon. Stay with your breath. When you're ready, slowly float back to warrior two. Windmill your arms around. Right foot back and up. Exhale, three-legged down dog. When you're ready, come to plank, right knee to right elbow. Right knee to left elbow. Right knee to the center, push your nose to your knee. Round your back, point your right toes, circle your back. When you're ready, right toes back and up to down dog. Inhale, three-legged plank. You can drop your right foot down anytime you wish. Exhale, three-legged chaturanga. You can drop your right foot down anytime you wish. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stay with your breath. Look forward, bend your knees, jump or walk your feet all the way forward. Pull forward, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Circle your arms next to your ears. Reach forward through your fingertips. Get your hips over your heels, a little more weight into your toes. Lift your palms just a smidge more so that they're in line with your hips. Reach your chin up. Take it into the core. If you want, bend your knees a little bit. If you don't want, circle your palms all the way up to vertical. And then circle your palms to Namaste. Stay with your breath. Find your breath. Find your heartbeat. And slowly release. Ranjini, can I request you to face the camera? Okay, we're going to do the fire pose. So I don't know if even Ranjini knows about it, but I'll just talk you through it. Keep your feet either hip width or maybe even a little more than hip width apart. No, hip width, Ranjini. Yeah, or a little more, just a little more. Yeah. Hands on your hips. Don't imagine, just do a chair pose. So bend your knees, get your hips back and down as much as you can. Keep lifting your heart up and forward. Then see if you can reach back with your fingertips, straighten your elbows. It's like you want to reach the wall behind, and then turn your palms up towards the ceiling. No, so don't reach your heart forward. Just rotate your palms out and up. Yeah, and spread your fingers. Then come onto your tippy toes. So it's like you're just getting ready to dive, but keep taking your tailbone back and down. So you're getting ready to dive off the diving board. Reach your palms up even higher. There, that's your fire pose. Stay with your breath. 5, 4, reach your heels up. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Good job. Come back to standing. Slowly release. Was that good? Or you hated me for it? Okay, I'm cool if you hated me for it. And because you hate me for it, I'm gonna make you do it one more time. Your hands on your hips. Push your tailbone back and down. Reach your heart up and forward, chin up. Reach your fingertips back. Rotate your palms up. And then reach your palms up towards the ceiling, elbows straight. Get onto your tippy toes. Heart reaching up and forward. Reach your heart up and forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Okay, yogis have a choice. You can either do the full-on crow. Remember, we did the crow last time. If you're not in the mood to do the crow, Just lie down on your back. And you remember we did the knees, you take your palms up to the ceiling, and then you get your knees to your triceps, and then round your back, and then pull your chin in towards your chest. You can do an inverted crow. So yogis have a choice. Either do the full-on crow or do the sleeping crow. If you're doing the full-on crow, Ranjini, have you frozen? Yeah, you're frozen. Oh, okay, you're moving. So decide what you're doing. And the rest of you can either do the full-on crow. Yeah, so Ranjini will do the full-on crow. And if you're getting the knees outside your triceps, I would suggest you practice with your knees on your triceps. So don't hug your triceps with your knees. Get your knees behind your triceps and try and balance on your triceps. So go for it. Or you could just sleep and do your inverted crow, the sleeping crow. Choose something that is challenging for you. Yeah, spread your fingers, press down, index fingers parallel. Then lift your head, get your knees behind your elbows or your armpits. Get onto your tippy toes, reach your heart forward. One foot off, other foot off. Enjoy your crow. And then slowly, 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 slowly release. Get onto your hips. So even if you're lying down, now come to seated. So sit so that your tailbone is directly down on the mat. Your knees are bent at right angles. Your heels are on the mat. Your toes are pointing up. Yeah. Your knees are at right angles. No. So they're pointing up to the ceiling, but your thigh and your calf, no, your heels are down still. Don't go to the boat. We're moving to the boat. Take your fingertips behind you, behind your hips. So yeah, place your fingertips on the mat, not your palms. Fingertips, yeah. Now, either lift one heel up or lift both heels up so that they're parallel to the mat. Then release one palm, reach forward with your fingertips. Then release the other palm, reach forward with your other fingertips. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Reach your heart forward so that your knees and your elbows come in the same straight line. If you want, hold this. If you want, straighten one knee. If you want, straighten the other knee. Hold your boat pose. Take your heart in and up. Think of taking your heart up to the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Get into your best little shavasana. I know. Don't cry. Enjoy. Stay with your breath. You've worked hard for this, yogis. The good part about the fire is you get to enjoy the meal you've cooked on that fire. This is literally the meal you've cooked. Let the fire go. Use the air element to cool that fire, not fan the fire. Feel the water element, the sweat cooling the fire. And you're lying on the earth. Life comes a full circle. Relax every joint in your body. Every joint will be feeling that fire dying away. When you're ready, take a nice long deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice little hug. Gently rock from side to side. Then roll over to your right, turn your face down. Blink your eyes open, come up to seated, anywhere comfortable. Either cross-legged or Vajrasana. Draw your spine up tall, but keep your shoulders away from your ears. Chin parallel to the floor. Stay with your breath. See if you can hold yourself up a little more. See if you are more appreciative of your posture now that you've worked your core so much. So rather than your fire burning you down, it actually helps build you up, not only physically, but also your character. You learn to take that intensity of the fire. You learn to melt away the negativity so that you just keep your positivity. One last stretch, blink your eyes open, interlace your fingers, inhale, take your arms all the way up and reach. Exhale, sigh, let it go. Namaste, yogis. As always, lovely practicing with you. Tuesday will be the last element, ether. Heads up, that means yin. Ether means literally nothing. So that's yin. So all your fire, all the energy you've created, you can enjoy the sweetness of yin on Tuesday.